Before I begin, I'd like to tell you all that the original project file crashed. It's midnight right now, please help me. Welcome to the world of Factorio, filled to the brim with exploitable resources and the biters, or the environmentalists as I like to call them. Factorio is one of the more interesting experiences out there, accurately simulating the Industrial Revolution, destruction of environmentalists and their homes, expanding territory, expanding factory, and expanding of an empire. This game costs 700 baht. Although expensive, I still recommend you buying it. This game is for people 12 and up due to the slight violence in subjugation of the biters. In the game, you start off by crashing a spaceship onto a planet called Novice. This planet, unlike Earth is immensely rich in resources and has infinite land to expand into. However, with great power comes a great cost. The land is filled with biters, or environmentalists, who will attack your factory upon smelling the factory's cloud of pollution. In later stages of the game, you'll have access to bombardment artillery, effective at obliterating them. During the early stages, you'll not have access to much, and only some electricity. Use this electricity to power machines for automation, which will produce more material to make more machines for more automation. This is a feedback loop that never stops and is very good. During the middle stages of the game, you'll have access to chemical science, which allows you to do oil processing, producing sulfur, and mining uranium. With uranium, you can produce electricity, or a little bit of tomfoolery, aka strategically targeting major biter nests and obliterating them. With chemical science, you can also have access to robots to carry around your items and build things for you, leading to further efficiency. In the late stages, you will have access to almost everything. The final step is to construct a rocket and send a satellite into space. Factorio may seem like an incredibly perplexing and difficult game. However, it's actually very straightforward. I'll be going over what I think is important to comprehend Factorio. First, building techniques. There are many things that you can do to make your factory more efficient, such as belt balancers, compact furnaces, and belt buses. First, belt balancers. You might run into the problem of, I want 3 conveyor belts to fit into 4 conveyor belts of items. Well, you can build this abomination to do that. This also works for larger amounts of belts. So, for example, belt buses that have 12 conveyors and that have 12 conveyors that fit into 7. However, the balancer will be tremendously large, which is suboptimal for my tiny little brain. So, we can install the belt balancer mods to use these little yellow boxes to balance out the conveyor belts, as the name states. On to the second subtopic, furnace units. Build them as compact as possible, and make them as efficient as possible, and try not to make it clog. Also, don't make the unit too long, otherwise ores just won't reach the end. The last few furnaces won't get any ore. Our last subtopic is belt buses. You should build these belt buses so that you can transport them around your factory faster and in greater numbers. The third topic we'll be discussing here is modding. Factorio allows many mods to be installed, allowing for some truly hilarious moments. For example, the Remade transportation mod. This allows flying trains, bouncing trains, incredibly fast train unloading, and fish. The airplane mod is also very funny. This mod allows you to fly a B-29 Super Fortress and drop thermonuclear weapons onto the biters. Another mod that is better and not as humorous as the ones mentioned before is the space exploration mod. SE is a mod about production and automation of space items, transportation of set space items, building space stations, and exploring and colonizing of other worlds. The goal of SE is far from just launching a satellite. In SE, you have to build a spacecraft and fly it at the speed of light. The last and final topic is the flaws about this game. The section may be slightly more unhinged, as the topics are very minor, yet they make me very angry about the game. One of the main flaws is when I'm starting out and hasn't fully set up a wall yet. so the biters can just walk right into my factory and eat a fifth of it. But this is just an early game issue and probably a skill issue on my part. A second issue I have is from the mods. Two of them. First, the waterfill mod. If landfill lets you fill in water with land, then waterfill lets you fill in the land with water. This would seem like a very good deal, as waterfill can produce infinite units of water, even when there's only 2 tiles. However, when playing on multiplayer, waterfill can become a weapon of mass destruction. You can waterfill under your friend's feet and cause them to instantly drop dead. The second mod is the Jetpack Mod. This mod allows you to fly above everything and become nearly invincible, except when the spitters and worms attack. With this height advantage, you can give the biters a very warm gift. This all seems cool and good, but you see, the jetpacks need fuel, and when they run out of fuel, they put you to the ground instantly, which is thanks to gravity, I guess. So they put you to the ground, right? And this can end in 4 ways. A, you get mauled to death by 50 biters. B, you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. C, you're safe in your factory. Or D, you're flying above water, and when you drop, you instantly drown, as the 30 steam boilers, 60 steam engines, 200 units of iron ore, and 300 units of rail drag you into the depths. In conclusion, Factorio is a great game, 100 out of 100. It gives me continuous neuron activation. Very cool. I give this game a 10 electric mining joules out of 78.25 steel plates. Thank you for listening and watching my video.